Hi, I'm Dolly, certified dog trainer and behavior consultant from Germany. If your dog barks, lunges, growls, or panics in certain situations, you're not alone. Whether it's other dogs, bikes, kids, or loud noises, these are all triggers. But here's the good news. Triggers don't have to stay explosive. In this video, I'll show you how to recognize them, understand what's really going on, and use modern training to turn chaos into calm. Let's get started. Let's start at the beginning. What is a trigger? A trigger is anything that causes a strong emotional response in your dog. It could be another dog, a person in a hoodie, a bike, a loud sound, a vacuum cleaner, a skateboard, or even something subtle like being touched unexpectedly. Triggers are highly individual. What freaks out one dog may not bother another at all. But when your dog is triggered, you'll see a clear reaction. It could look like barking, lunging, growling, whining, pulling on the leash, trying to hide, shutting down completely, and behind that reaction, usually fear, frustration, or overstimulation. Let's bust a myth right away. Your dog isn't being dramatic. They're overwhelmed. The barking, the pulling, the growling, those are symptoms. And the trigger is the cause. When a dog reacts strongly, their nervous system is saying, "Too much! I can't cope with this." That's why it's crucial not to punish the reaction. You don't want to silence the signal. You want to understand it. So the first step in modern training isn't control, it's clarity. You start by identifying what exactly sets your dog off. Keep a log. What happened right before the reaction? Where were you? How close was the trigger? What was your dog's body language leading up to it? Over time, you'll start to see patterns. Maybe it's bikes at 10 meters, but not at 20. Maybe it's certain dogs, but not others. Maybe it's men with hats, but not women. This information is gold, because once you know the trigger, you can begin training to change how your dog feels about it. That's the heart of trigger diffusion. It's not just teaching don't bark. It's teaching this thing is safe. In the next part, I'll show you how to use distance, rewards, and timing to shift your dog's emotional response and build real-life calm step by step. Step by step, how to diffuse triggers. So, you've identified your dog's triggers. Now, let's talk about how to change their response. Calmly, safely, and effectively. The method we'll use is based on desensitization and counter-conditioning. Big words, simple idea. We expose your dog to the trigger at a low intensity and pair it with something they love, like treats or toys, so they form a new positive association. Here's how it works. Step 1, choose your reward. What does your dog love? Really love? It could be chicken, cheese, sausage, a favorite toy. Play with you. The reward must be more exciting than the trigger is scary. Step 2, find the threshold. The threshold is the distance at which your dog notices the trigger, but doesn't react. For example, your dog sees a bike 30 meters away and stays calm. At 10 meters, they start barking. So your training distance is 30 meters, not 10. Start where your dog can succeed. Step 3, pair trigger with reward. As soon as the trigger appears, bike, dog, person, you feed your dog. Feed, feed, feed. Not after the reaction, during the calm observation. The message is, good things happen when that thing shows up. Once the trigger disappears, the treats stop. This teaches your dog. Trigger the snacks. No triggers, nothing. Over time, the trigger becomes a predictor of reward, not a threat. Step 4, stay under threshold. If your dog starts reacting, you're too close. Take a step back. Lower the intensity. Protect your dog's ability to learn. You can't train a brain that's in panic mode. Step 5, repeat and build. Practice often, but keep sessions short, 5 to 10 minutes. You'll start to see changes. Your dog might look at the trigger, then look at you. Stay calm longer. Recover faster from being startled. These are signs that learning is happening. Step 6, generalize. Once your dog can stay calm with one bike in one place, try a different location. Triggers behave differently depending on distance, movement, environment, your dog's stress level that day, so train across contexts. Step 7, add default behaviors. Once calm is reliable, ask for simple cues. Look, you touch, sit. This builds routines. When I see something weird, I check in with my human. That's the goal. In the next part, we'll talk about what to avoid, how to prevent setbacks, and how to stay consistent when life gets messy. What to avoid and how to stay consistent. Trigger training works, but only if we avoid common mistakes and stay consistent. Here's what to watch out for. 1. Don't flood your dog. Flooding means exposing your dog to a trigger at full intensity and hoping they'll get used to it. Spoiler, they won't. They'll panic. Too much too soon leads to shutdown, fear, or aggression. Always stay under threshold. If your dog is barking, growling, or pulling, you're already too close. 2. Don't lure past triggers. It's tempting to wave a treat in front of your dog to get them to ignore a trigger, but that's not training. That's distraction. Instead, let your dog see the trigger and then choose to stay calm because they know a reward is coming. That choice builds resilience. 3. Don't wait for a reaction to reward. The treat doesn't come after barking stops. It comes before barking starts. You're not rewarding silence. You're rewarding emotional neutrality. That's why timing matters so much. 4. Don't correct or punish. If your dog growls or barks, don't scold or yank the leash. Punishment might suppress the behavior, but it won't change how your dog feels. And feelings always come back stronger. Instead, back up. Create space. Rebuild calm. 5. Don't expect progress to be linear. One day your dog might crush it. The next day, they bark at everything again. That's normal. Stress, weather, hormones, or a bad night's sleep can all affect behavior. Think of training like fitness. You don't lose all your gains from one off day. 6. Track what works. Keep a simple training log. Date. Trigger. Distance. Dog's reaction. What you did. What helped. This helps you stay objective and celebrate the tiny wins. 7. Use routines. If your dog has a pattern, create a plan. See trigger. Look at handler. Treat. See dog. Move to the side. Sit. Reward. These patterns reduce decision stress for your dog. They know what's expected. 8. Use recovery zones. If your dog is triggered, don't drag them forward. Create space. Let them sniff, shake off, or drink water. Those are all signs that the nervous system is settling. 9. Train yourself too. Your calm energy, leash handling, and timing can either help or hinder. Practice breathing, pausing, and moving with intention. You're not just training your dog, you're becoming a better teammate. In the final part, we'll tie it all together. How to maintain the progress, how to support dogs with many triggers, and how to build a more relaxed future for both of you. Maintenance, mindset, and the bigger picture. So you've started diffusing your dog's triggers. Now it's time to talk long-term, because change doesn't happen in one session. It happens in the small, steady moments you build every day. Here's how to keep your progress strong and sustainable. 1. Keep practicing, even when it's easy. If your dog stops reacting, great, but don't stop training. Keep rewarding calm behavior around triggers, so it stays solid. Maintenance is easier than repair. Do. Rotate trigger exposure. Don't train the same trigger over and over. Once your dog's calm around bikes, switch to people with bags, then try kids running, then dogs barking behind fences. This builds generalization. Your dog learns, lots of weird stuff happens, and it's all fine. 3. Include breaks and downtime. Trigger training is mentally draining. Alternate intense sessions with calm walks, sniffing time, and play. You're not just shaping behavior, you're protecting your dog's nervous system. 4. Accept the good enough dog. Your dog may never be a social butterfly. That's okay. Maybe they'll always need a little space. That's okay too. Progress is personal. We're not aiming for perfection. We're aiming for peace. 5. Celebrate tiny wins. Your dog glanced at you instead of barking? Celebrate. Stayed under threshold for 2 minutes? Treat party. Handled a trigger from a distance? Victory. These small moments are how change happens. 6. Prepare for setbacks. Relapses are normal. They don't mean the training failed. They mean life is real. Stress, changes, or missed cues can all spark a reaction. When it happens, go back to basics. Reset, rebuild. You've done it before. You can do it again. 7. Build a bigger toolbox. Triggers aren't just about exposure. They're about support. Teach your dog coping strategies. Mat training, pattern games, sniff walks, calming cues. These skills help your dog feel safe and supported. 8. Know when to ask for help. If your dog's triggers are dangerous or overwhelming, don't do it alone. A qualified, force-free trainer can help you create a custom plan. Final thought. Your dog's reactivity isn't a flaw. It's a cry for safety. And your training? It's not just changing behavior, it's changing how your dog feels about the world. That's the beauty of modern training. It doesn't fight your dog's emotions, it guides them toward calm. And with each step, you're not just shaping your dog, you're strengthening your bond. Stay connected, I'm just a bark away.